Hey yogi friends, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and today we have a quick athletic flow here on your mat. In today's practice, you won't need any other props or tools, just yourself today, and always modify in a way that feels good in your body and your practice. That being said, we do have a lot of lunges, twists, and a little bit more of Cleopatra coming into the mix this week. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Stepping to the top of the mat, taking those feet hip-width distance apart, drawing that weight into the big toe mound, keeping that weight there, but drawing a little bit of weight into the pinky edge and that heel of the foot. As you find that space at the top of your mat, maybe the shoulders roll up, back, and down into the back pockets. They'll stay there as the hands drape nice and long by your side, or one hand comes to the heart, one hand comes to the tummy to feel the rise and fall of the breath. The eyes can flutter closed or the gaze can soften. We're here for 2 breaths. Noticing in the body, in the mind, in the breath, where you are today in practice. As you settle onto your mat, maybe you're beginning your day with me, maybe ending, or maybe just finding a little bit of movement throughout the day. Wherever you are, wherever you're coming from, just notice how you feel in the body. Are there any aches or pains? Noticing any racing thoughts in the mind. Noticing the breath. We'll challenge the breath here, inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 4. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 4. Last breath for 3. Exhale for 4. 3, 2, and 1. The arms then drape down by the side, maybe adding a little bit of movement back into the body. Inhale, we'll reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, hands draw together to heart center. Find your Tadasana mountain pose, big belly breath here, reaching through the crown of the head, nice and strong, nice and long. Exhale, nod the chin, almost as if you're peeling off a back wall behind you. Start to melt through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, folding into that forward fold. I'll meet you there. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, shoulders in the back pocket, reach the crown of the head, halfway lift. Exhale, generous bend in the knees. We'll find our flow right away today. Plant the hands, stepping it back into your plank. We'll pause for a moment here. We'll step the left foot on the outside of the left pinky finger. So a nice wide racer's lunge. From that racer's lunge, we'll draw the back knee or the right knee down. You can tuck or untuck that back foot if it feels good. Inhale, reach that left arm up to the sky, so the left arm reaches up. And as you exhale, forearm is going to dip down in between the arch of the foot and the right fingertips. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach it up. Big expansive breath. Exhale, draw it down. Forearm draws in between. Inhale, we'll reach it up. This time we'll change. Exhale, plant the hand down under that left shoulder. Tuck the back toes if they're not already tucked and lift that back knee. Now we have that wide racer's lunge once again. We'll pivot into our warrior 2 here. So pivot on the back heel, draw it down, press the hands off the mat, and cartwheel the hands, one reaching in front and the right reaching behind. Heels draw in towards one another. We feel a soft lift of energy through our center. Keep the front knee bent. Reach to the fingertips and soften those shoulders. Last breath here. We'll find our twist. So we'll take those hands, cartwheeling them down on the exhale. Pivot on the back foot so the toes point towards the front of the room. And then inhale, reach to that left arm. Hug those shoulder blades in the back of the body. Last breath here, and we'll find our Cleopatra. To find our Cleopatra, we bow that left knee out, opening the sole of the foot towards the inside of that mat. And then pivot on the back foot, rolling over those toes and drawing to the knife edge or the pinky side of that foot. From here, we dip the hips, reaching the arm back towards the heel. Last breath here. Inhale, we'll reach back up to the stars, pivoting once again, and step that left hand back. Down onto the floor it goes. We'll step into a nice wide yogi squat here. So stepping forward onto the right side with that right foot. Reach the arms out in front. Your yogi squat is how deep you want to make it. As long as that tail flicks back instead of scooping under, we're nice and strong. Hugging the lowest rib towards the spine. Shoulders are nice and soft. We're going to reach the ceiling. Press through those heels. Inhale, reach it all the way up. We'll reset. Hands drape down to the side as you heel toe those feet back to center. Let's do it all again on the other side. Inhale, we'll reach up to the sky. Find your breath as you exhale, let it go. Another chance to find your breath here. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, nod the chin and slowly start to melt down, peeling the spine off that imaginary back wall behind you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, generous bend in the knees, plant the hands, step it back into your plank. Pausing for that moment, and then stepping that right foot on the outside of the right hand. From here, we bow that back knee down. Reach that right arm up. And then find that forearm melting in between the arch of the foot and the left fingertips. Inhale, we reach up. And draw back down. Inhale, we reach up. This time, right hand just under the right shoulder. Lift that back knee. We have that warrior two. So when you're ready, pivot on the back foot. Cartwheel the hands, pressing away from the earth, reaching those arms to either side of the room. The gaze is going to look out the middle finger. I know it sounds funny. It kind of is. But it's the perfect point to reach out and look out. Hug those heels together. Feel that soft lift of energy through your center, but keep that front knee bent. Last breath here before we find our twist. And exhale, cartwheel those hands under the shoulders as they go. Flip those back toes, and then reach up into that twist. Hug those shoulder blades together. We have our Cleopatra on the way. Right knee bows out, and then the left foot, toes pivot. On the knife edge or pinky edge, drop the hips. Find your Cleopatra. Inhale, we reach back up. Cartwheel those hands. We find that yogi squat. So step, jump, float it forward. Reach those arms. And again, we don't want to sink in. We're nice and strong. Hugging the core. Inhale, we reach it up. One more time on either side. Drape those arms, heel toe those feet in. We're going to go a little bit faster to build a little bit more heat. Inhale, we reach those arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. Exhale, nod the chin, peel off that wall behind you. The knees are soft, the shoulders are loosey-goosey, and I'll meet you in forward fold, head heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, generous bend in the knee. Step, jump, or float it back. Onto the outside of the left hand once again. Left foot, left hand. Draw that back knee down. We know where we're going. We're reaching that left arm up. And then that forearm is going to come down. Inhale, we reach it up. And that forearm draws down. This time, inhale, reach it up. That hand melts under the shoulder. Tuck the back toe. We find that warrior two. Pivot on the back foot and cartwheel the hands. Soften here through those shoulders. Hug those heels. Feel that energy lift. We won't stay here for too long. So as you exhale, cartwheel those hands. We'll find our twist. Pivot on the back toes and reach that left arm up. Really nice. It's a fast pace. We're finding Cleopatra right away. So draw that outside, that knee outside of that mat. Maybe the heel is landed, or maybe it's slightly pivoted off as well. And then slowly turning onto the back foot, we reach back. Inhale, we draw back up and find that nice yogi squat. Reaching nice and long, nice and strong. We're not here for too long. Inhale, we reach back up. Reset, recenter, step it in, drape those arms, roll out those wrists. Inhale, reach those arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Find your Tadasana here. And as you exhale, nod the chin, slowly start to ripple down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, generous bend in the knees, plant the hands, step it back. To the right side we go, so stepping onto the outside of the right. Draw that back knee down. Feel that lift of the right hand and that forearm land. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll land that right hand down under the shoulder. Lift that back knee, feel that pivot, cartwheel. Hug the heels. One more breath. And then from here, we cartwheel those hands, pivot on the back foot, find your twist. Hug those shoulder blades together in the back. And then bow that right knee out, sole of the foot lifts. Pivot on the back foot, and then drape those hips, reach it back. One more breath. And then slowly drawing back to center, cartwheel those hands, find your yogi squat one last time, reach those arms, soften those shoulders, hug the lowest rib on the exhale, and then inhale, reach it up to the sky. Hands drape down to the side, beautiful work. Let's shake it out before we end today's practice. Feet are still hip width distance apart, you are at the top of your mat. We roll out those wrists, roll out those wrists. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. As you exhale, those hands clasp. Flip the palms. Inhale. Exhale, round like an angry cat through that spine. So we want to draw the belly button back. Press the palms of the hands forward. Inhale, we'll open the heart. Maybe up to the sky, maybe towards the wall in front of you. Exhale, we'll round through. Inhale, we'll reach it up. Inhale one more time. And as you exhale, soften those shoulders, but keep those arms lifted up. We're going to find some side bends before we end today's practice. So inhale, press the palms to the sky, and tip it over to the left side. Keep those hips grounded. Inhale, draw back to center, other side. Draw back to center and drape those arms down. Roll out those shoulders. Well done. Finding a little bit of movement throughout the day always helps and ignites something inside of us, a little bit of energy, and I'll see you soon. See you next time.